Hi Virgo. It's been a minute. Got a nice little funky red little cap covering my bald head. Yeah, I had to shave it. Got diagnosed with 3 different kinds of cancer. However, it's my 3rd battle. Kind of a veteran here, so I'll be good. I'll be good. Let's talk about this past weekend with this full moon in Scorpio. The 17th and 18th, the past 7 years, like around November of 2012. Being aware of your fear, that's when it all, all this fear started, all this, what am I supposed to do next after all this loss, and it was like a full release this past weekend. Venus and Taurus and Uranus and Mercury all there too this past weekend while this moon was in Scorpio is lit up. So wherever Taurus and Scorpio are in your chart is it just magnifies it. We had the time to look at relationships this past decade with the back-to-back full moons in Libra. Mercury and the Sun moved into Gemini now. So it's like I wrote down like a scorpionic energy morphed into this butterfly and just lifted off the leaf and flutters off with, this speedy intelligence. That's just like lifted. So it was like Scorpio, Taurus, this raw love and looking around and saying, what do it, because it doesn't look like I wish it did. So it was like an opportunity to look around and be grateful, like the best of self brings the outcome after this huge climax. And it's just, the sun and moon, when they oppose each other, which both sun and moon fell out during meditation for you, which was pretty amazing. So moon in Capricorn today, we can pull stuff in to create while we raise our vibration to compassion, understanding that we learned in the Scorpio full moon, Venus conjuncting Uranus. It's time for love to be the answer instead of just saying the word. The truth is all around. Like, it doesn't need us to exist. The universe doesn't owe us anything. Like, it's time to let it go. Like, all of it. But the sun illuminating that polar opposite, letting go. Trouble's letting go. Maybe a little hard with Mars in Cancer. And we do have Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node in Capricorn with the moon. So it's pretty intense. I've been reading this, which I'm going to share with you. And I guess I'll have to pick a new spot that wasn't meant to be. Because I've been picking from this for all the zodiac signs. It's called Outwitting the Devil. And it started with Napoleon Hill. Great book. Great way to do shadow work. And it came right into my view around Thursday, right before the Scorpio full moon. So I was like, yes, Outwitting Devil, that's me. So I'm gonna read from this, and I've been just going, hey, what does Virgo need? And then it'll pop up and I'll just read it with you. So I do it and pick it before. So let me see what Virgo needs to hear from this wonderful, wonderful book. It's taking me to stuff that isn't started yet. Okay. Hill ranges back and forth across the devil's field of battle. His earlier point about Rockefeller's philanthropy, I know that word, is followed by an explanation of why young people are on the road to hell. I believe the author is challenging us to hold several ideas in mind at once, as he lets the devil do his dirty work with the hope of confusing us. Look for others' example throughout the book. You'll find them. So it's like a question and answer between the devil and you, ourselves. You say that you've corrupted the minds of the young people with liquor and cigarettes. I can understand how liquor might destroy the power of independent thought, but do not see what cigarettes have to do with helping your cause. The answer was, the devil says, you may not know it, but cigarettes break down the paper of persistence. They destroy the power of endurance. They destroy the ability to concentrate. They deaden and undermine the imagination faculty. And help in other ways to keep people from using their minds most effectively. Do you know I have millions of people, young and old, of both sexes, who smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day? That means I have millions of people who are gradually destroying their power of resistance. And, you know, this goes on. I mean, that can be anything, not just cigarettes. I mean, it's just anything. It's just habits. Habits that are self-destructive. Scorpio is known to do that. I mean, they just are. That's what we do. So I have the Rider-Waite deck that I'm going to start off with. But I'm going to clarify with the new Game of Thrones deck I have. I don't watch the show. I mean, but the household does. And I really like a lot of stuff that I've discussed it with them, what I like. And I'll always take a tarot deck. So I'm going to play this song that reminded me of you guys and where you might be in the current moment, possibly. Here we go. I'll shuffle, I'll point the camera down and go into clarification. If you're new, I'll always point the camera down. It's too bright. 7 of Wands.
You don't know who I am and what I do. Let's just put it to the side. I can feel your heart beating, I can hear you breathing. Look into your eyes, trying to see into your mind, see into your soul. No limits to the levels me and you can go when it's me that's in control. But it's something about you that makes me want to change. I like the way you dance and the way you play the game. I like the way you take away the pain. The way you tell me that you want it, not saying a thing. The way you got me going out of my brain. I see us going at it, going in and out of the lane. I don't want your innocence, I don't want you to settle.
7 of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Moon, the Fool, Knight of Cups, oh, sorry, it was in reverse. 5 of Swords, reverse. We'll get one more and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck also. 8 of Pentacles. Justice. I'm going to push your limits to the test as soon as I pulled back. And something just went around the corner and all my pets are outside. I don't know what that was. Alright, so I'm going to point the camera down. I'm going to clarify with the Game of Thrones. And maybe a little more if I feel it, you know, to be necessary. Please hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll know every time I upload. Stumbling a little bit today. It's just an exhausting ride with this, but I'm doing really well considering what I have gone through even without, you know, this coming back. It's just a reoccurring of cancer. There's no stage or anything. It's just reoccurring, and there's 3 different kinds, which is kind of scary, but I'm doing good. I want to provide, love, give, and share my gifts with you. So I'll point the camera down. I'll be right back, Virgo. Virgo. We made it back. So let's talk about this 7 of Wands. So you have the vantage position, but I don't think you're communicating very well. So it feels like you're like people are maybe like trying to come after you. I don't know if that's, you know, sounds crazy, but, you know, that's like a defensive energy, and you're worried about things, but it's all stuff, like, those are yours. Like, you put them there and then went behind them. So it's like, because the Page of Pentacles, like, news and messages from those energies, like these yellow wands moving slowly, especially, that could be Uranus and Taurus right now, where that lightning's going to strike. But it's insensible of that which is about him. Like, you may have reflected on those under this full moon in Scorpio that we had. 7 of Swords indicates quarreling, you know, annoyances. Like, you could be annoyed with this person, whatever you're planning to do about it. Like, it could fail. And the reason why I feel that way is because this King of Pentacles, in the old tarot decks, it stood for like coin and money. But really, spiritually, like the face is dark. Having courage. This person you're dealing with is very intelligent, very good business person, masculine energy, like knows how to get it done. And they, whatever they love, whatever they give these things to, like they go head on. I mean, look at all the bull energy on this card. So be careful, whoever this person could be. But they do well. Like they're, so it feels like, you know, maybe you don't do as well as them, maybe financially. So if you're trying to get something, I'd just be really careful who you're trying to get it from. I don't think they'll tolerate it, kind of stuff. But the moon is telling me, like, there's like a delusional of thinking going on. Like you're going to beat this person, or they're going to lose if you quarrel with them, especially like legally with justice at the bottom of the deck, even though it doesn't refer to legal issues originally. It doesn't. But that's more the King of Swords. So, you know, you just could be quarreling with them. But it's like the moon is reflecting, like it's like illuminating this animal nature that comes from deep within. Right here in the spread, and this past when we had in Scorpio, it strives to attain manifestation, symbolized by crawling from the abyss of water to land. But as a rule, it has to sink back in. That's just the rule of the universe. Again, the universe does not need us to function. It functions just fine. So, you know, it's like, it's telling me that you may end up looking like foolish. Like it could set you free if you stop quarreling also. So, but if not, it's like you go forth with this and it makes you kind of look foolish because it's part of this quarrel and blaming. So, you know, so here with this Knight of Cups, you're trying to raise your vibration from this distorted imagination of like bring them down, so to speak, with the moon here showing delusional thinking. Remember, we are our own worst enemy. We don't need others to be enemies. We're our own. I don't think you like what came up this past weekend from that sacral chakra part of the body, because the Five of Swords reversed. There is a dishonor here, like over something you share with this person. Could be property, or there are lies that you are like burying, because the Eight of Pentacles says that you're working on new things, like you're trying to do well, maybe a new job, and you think that this should look good, and you shouldn't look the way this person is. You know, maybe you shouldn't look like this to yourself. You shouldn't look like this Page of Coins. Maybe you think you should look like this. You know, you're embodying, you know, a hard worker, someone that's getting it together, moving on, doing new things. But maybe what you're communicating isn't backing, it doesn't match. Like, you don't want to fight anymore. Like, I feel it. Like, you want to move on, but it's hard. So that's Scorpio energy right there. It's hard to let go. It's hard to let go. It's hard to, you know, write down resentments of people that have harmed us, hurt us. Because justice, I think whatever happened this past 7 to 10 years has built up to this battle. And it's telling me whatever you put out, remember the sun shines on you also just as well as it shines on them, because the sun and the moon did fall out during meditation. So be careful with this Five of Swords reverse. That might just, you know, Virgos are very innocent and loving, and sometimes Virgos can lash out and they give the wrong idea with the words. It's not actually what you mean. Like you misword, is my guess, is what you would say. I mean, it happens. You know, it's just maybe pay more attention to how you're communicating it. Let's see what this Game of Thrones deck has to say. I'm going to clarify just the overall spread itself. I think, hold on, let's see here. I saw that thing again. I don't know what that was. It's over to my left, like behind the computer where you guys see me. Let's check this Game of Thrones deck for Virgo. Okay, 2 fell out. I'm going to go ahead and take both of them. The Queen of Pentacles and then the Tower. Maybe this is what you're trying to embody. Let's check what the gorgeous little hardcover book has to say for Virgo for the Queen of Coins. Of course, we know what that means in the regular deck, but I like to see what it means, how they interpret it. Let's see. Key meaning is affection, love, fertility, abundance, and help. Generous and highly intelligent, this queen appreciates life's natural pleasures. She enjoys work that is hands-on and that directly benefits others, from cooking, gardening, to environmental work and public office. Applied to a situation, the card signifies fertile ideas and financial support and can predict love, marriage, and pregnancy. And an additional meaning is a close relationship with animals and nature. Okay, then the Tower comes out. I love that card so much. It's just so... I like the darkness of it. I like how different it is from the regular Rider-Waite interpretation. It's just, the depiction is so gorgeous. We found this in here for us. The key meaning is destruction, chaos, breakthrough, illumination, revelation, and shock. When Bran Stark climbed the decrepit tower at Winterfell to see Jaime Lannister and his twin sister, Cersei, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Like I said, I just listen and look up occasionally when it's on. But his twin sister, Cersei, having relations, Jaime pushes Bran out, concluding, "The things I do for love." The tower represents a construct, the lie of Cersei's marriage to Robert and the paternity of her children. Yet Jaime's cruel actions cannot protect their secret. The old Tower of Lies is already unstable. The power is about to crumble. In tarot lore, the tower stands for downfall in the light of truth. Bran sees the truth of the siblings' relationship, which, if known, will bring about destruction. The cards number, the Chariot, the card of control. With the Tower, we have no control over events. We suffer and see truth in the wreckage. A shocking event, sudden change, chaos, and traditional Tower meetings, but you are not responsible. The upside is that you are released from old ways of being or living and awakened to what is now possible. There's an opportunity to learn from the past and create stronger foundations for the future. An additional meaning is a relationship secret and intense attraction. And this Justice is like opening doors to a new world. So, I mean, Virgo, it's really up to us. It's really up to us to not look around and make it look like things are together. Like, we don't have to do that. It's my true node in the 8th house with Saturn and Jupiter and Lilith. Like, I truly connect with you guys, and I get that way. I get vindictive. I want to retaliate, especially with that Scorpio Sun and Moon in the 10th house, and I had a lot of opposite energy, Taurus 4th house, where I have Chiron. Look where you have Chiron in your chart and see where that wounded healer needs to go, because it is like a transformation. It's like this energy with the Scorpio full moon that we had is like a morphing of sort. And I mean, that's what I see. Virgo, thank you so much. Please feel free to comment. Follow my Instagram, Hazel's House 8. And I'm also on Facebook a little, not too much. Please feel free. Comment anything you want. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Virgo. Good luck with everything.